بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده المنتجب ورسوله المرتضى، وأشهد أنكم الأئمة الراشدون المهديون المعصومون المكرمون. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
We believe the 12th Imam sees our actions, but he's oblivious to them. We explain what that means in the discussion on Ilm al-Ghayb, but he has access to them because he has access to Allah's knowledge. It's in unity with him, but he's oblivious to it when he's doing worldly things. But twice a week we have a hadith, Mondays and Thursdays. He becomes attentive to them. Okay, now with Allah's permission, he may become attentive throughout the week in specific circumstances. That's Allah's call. But these two, Mondays and Thursdays, he's attentive to them. Look, the Sunnis don't have a 12th Imam. They're waiting for a 12th Imam. We have a 12th Imam. And he's seeing our actions. Shouldn't we have haya? Shouldn't we have modesty, embarrassment? If a Shia sins, then they cry for Imam Hussein. Do you think that crying is of any use for them? The Imam is seeing your sins. The Imam is disappointed with your sins. What does it mean you're crying for Imam Hussein? Do you think that's going to help you? You're disappointing the Imam. The Sunnis don't even have this. A true Muntadhir, a true waiter for the 12th Imam is one who really, moment to moment during the day, whenever we want to say something, do something, they say, look, what I'm about to say, what I'm about to do, the 12th Imam is seeing it. I'm going to be embarrassed if I'm a true waiter for the Imam. I remember about 25 years ago, the late Ayatullah Misbah Yazdi, rahmatullah alayh, they required a translator, and the translator was ill at the center. So they looked for someone and they found me, so I came to translate for him. And then in Birmingham, he was about to leave. There was a brother who on the outside was very pious and said, can you give me an instruction before you leave? And Ayatollah Misbah said, thinking about it, I think this is the most appropriate thing I can tell you. Now I was translating that every action that you do, first go through it and say, the Imam is seeing, should I do it or not? Let this be second nature within you. This has effects. This has to be inculcated, talaqeen. This has to be inculcated into our souls. Now, with children, you have to be careful not to do it from a very early age. But 7 or 8 years of age onwards, slowly you can start this inculcating. But you have to be very slowly and gradually. Don't overboard, don't overdose your children, because then they may get poisoned and it's going to be a mess.
وَقُلِ اعْمَلُوا فَسَيَرَى اللَّهُ عَمَلَكُمْ وَرَسُولُهُ وَالْمُؤْمِنُونَ وَسَتُرَدُّونَ إِلَىٰ عَالِمِ الْغَيْبِ وَالشَّهَادَةِ.
Focus on the Arabic. I'malu, do as you wish, whoever you are, whichever group you're in. But realize this, that without doubt, definitively, Yara Allah sees amalakum, your actions. Your actions, what does it mean? your actions for 1 hour, for 1 day, for 1 year, or all of them? We have to say, well, it means all of them unless it's specified. But here, there's no specified, stipulation. So it's all your actions. Allah sees them. Right now, as you do them, as the verse in chapter 10 said, as you're involved in them, as you're doing them, your intentions are also part of your actions. You can't think or do Allah lessly. That's a wrong tawheed. That's a deficient tawheed. So with Allah, you can't say He will see. Arabic grammarians may say it, and Ayatollah Jawadi mentions it. He says, you can't expect Ibn Hisham to come and delineate our ma'arif of the Qur'an. It's outside his jurisdiction. He's a grammarian. A true grammarian is one who has knowledge of all realms of existence. The tawheed has to be strong for them to give proper grammar. Otherwise it will be a limited understanding of the Qur'an. Okay. Now, so, Sayarallah, Allah definitively sees your actions, all your actions. Then it says, and His Messenger. And His Messenger what? Sayara Rasuluhu. Because it's not repeated. Yara is not repeated. So His Messenger also sees your actions. Look, He sees your actions. Now take that, when you do ziyarah, go to the Imams, okay, when you say salam to them, they hear your salam. They reply to your salam, okay, they meet you. But we are blind and deaf. That's another issue. With Allah, there are no such limitations. His pure existence. There's no barrier, can't be. With the Prophet, yes, there is a barrier. He's a contingent being with the Imams. But Allah is saying, through me, not the Prophet in and of himself, independent from Allah. But through me, yes, I'll tell them. But it's all Allah in the play. So it's possible the Prophet doesn't know, then he's told. Now it may be every morning, every night, once every week, twice every week. But that's the ahadith speak about the different times. But like Allah knows, Allah allows His Messenger to see your actions, and the mu'minun can see your actions. Which actions? Can me and you now see actions of anyone? All these hypocrites surrounding us. Can we see their actions? No. So who are the mu'minun? So naturally they have to be believers who can see your actions. Then the ahadith say it's Amirul Mu'mineen. There was that verse. Look, this verse at the end. It says, and not absent from your Lord is any part of an atom's weight within the earth or within the heaven or anything smaller than that or greater, but that it's in a clear register. Fi kitabim mubin. Remember chapter 36 verse 12? Fi imamin mubin. And that was in relation to Amirul Mu'mineen and the Imams. So they can see. Look, they see your actions, not conceive of your actions. The physical actions that you're doing, they can see it through Allah. The fact that the Prophet sees is a witness. Look at this verse. فَكَيْفَ إِذَا جِئْنَا مِنْ كُلِّ أُمَّةٍ بِشَهِيدٍ. How will it be when we bring from every nation a witness? Okay, in the hereafter, with every nation, Allah will bring a witness over that nation. Then He says, وَجِئْنَا بِكَ, and we'll bring you, referring to the Holy Messenger, عَلَى هَؤُلَاءِ شَهِيدًا. You with these people, you're their witness. The Imam is the witness. That's in one verse, chapter 17, it says that the Imam everyone will be resurrected with the Imam. But at that time, the Prophet was the Imam. It says the Prophet will be brought as a witness in the hereafter. Okay? This is another subtle point in this verse. Let me just give one example, then we'll come to this. If someone drank some alcohol, God forbid, and then committed a crime, whatever, and I saw them drink the alcohol. Look, I saw them. I can be a valid witness to give testimony. But let's say I was a doctor and I saw some signs. I speculated. Through reason, I made a diagnosis that he's drunk. I didn't see them drink alcohol. I made a medical diagnosis, the man was drunk. And I go to the court and say he was drunk. That has no validity in the court. That's speculation. We don't know. You have to see. A true witness is one who sees, and then the Arabic is tahammul. It's in the books of fiqh. They have to do tahammul of what they saw. They have to behold what they saw. They behold it. So when they go to the court to give proof, they can give what they beheld. But that doctor has nothing. They beheld nothing. Didn't bear anything. That was just a guess. To be a witness, you have to see it. And this verse says the Prophet is a witness over you. In other verses, the Imam is your witness in the hereafter. What does this mean? What's the conclusion? It must mean they had seen our actions. Otherwise, why are they a witness? A witness has to behold. If they hadn't seen our actions, they won't qualify as a witness. They have to see. But we don't see. But they saw. And the ahadith mention that, and the Qur'an is explicit. So even if those ahadith were all weak and we don't accept them, okay, with the Qur'an we accept it. Multiple verses of the Qur'an, put them together, becomes more strong and stronger the message.